This video contains massive, enormous, colossal spoilers for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like, I'm not even joking with this one. If you have any intention of finishing this game, click off the video now. I don't even care if my viewer retention goes down the poop chute. Just leave, okay? We good? Alright. Xenoblade is a series that is near and dear to my heart. I've talked about the series at length, but one video that I've been meaning to make for months now is this very one. About what I think is the best moment in the series. That, of course, is Mio's homecoming. I'm Ouroboros. Let's talk. I say moment, but really it's a borderline feature film. If you start with the meeting with M and N after escaping the prison camp, and go all the way through the fights after Mio's homecoming, you end up with a group of cutscenes that's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long. So just bear with me. Anyway, there's so much amazing lead up to this moment for so many character arcs. First, we get the fake out with Lanz and Senna's sacrifice. Senna in particular has had feelings of inferiority since before the game even started. We can see that through various flashbacks, we can see it in the quests with Shania, and we see it when she plans to take out N. We see her tear up, and the two of them give heartfelt comments to the whole group. It's hard to believe that the two of them die, and, of course, they don't. They're part of the main group, and killing them off would never happen, right? This prepares us for the characters who I really wanted to talk about. Noah and Mio. Mio has been talking about her death for a while now. Throughout the game, she keeps track of just how much time she has left, and she and Noah even get into an argument over it. We're all painfully aware of just how little time she has left, and once the group is captured, N relishes in psychologically torturing the two of them, but mostly Noah. And after taunting Noah, he delivers one of the greatest lines in any video game.
You feel the anguish, crippling despair. That is the hubris of fools who cling blindly to their hopes, only to find them dashed on the rocks. Of dreamers crushed under the sheer weight of reality. Of abject failures.
It's hopeless. The group is stuck in a prison with no hope. Everyone but Noah has given up. And so, we wait. Noah waits. The group waits. Mio waits for her inevitable homecoming. This is the exact opposite of what you expect. There's no bombastic escape. There's no heroic rescue mission. You sit on your ass and watch Mio's clock slowly tick away. It kills us. It kills the group. And most of all, it kills Noah. Noah is the most reserved Xenoblade protagonist of the three. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, he's very introspective, and never lets his emotions get the best of him. That is, up until now. When faced with an overwhelming inability to save the woman he loves, he collapses. His knuckles are bloody for an entire month from punching the bars to escape the prison. This is the lowest point in the game. Xenoblade 3 is depressing. It's entirely about death. But the Ouroboros group has been the beacon of hope for everyone living under the oppressive rule of the flame clocks. And for us, the player. However, all of that autonomy has been stripped. We have no control over any of the characters, and we're forced to watch as the characters we've grown so attached to struggle away as the eclipse slowly approaches. Then, after what seems like an eternity, Mio talks to the group, and it is the most tearful goodbye I've ever seen in a game. I don't know if it's seeing Senna and Uni break down, or hearing Noah talk about his lack of agency in his life, or seeing him desperately try to hold out hope and hold back tears, or even hearing Mio finally admit that she loves him. But this scene still gets to me. It's soul-crushing. It's overwhelmingly depressing. And while Mio has accepted her fate, we haven't. We still hold out hope that there's a future for them. But the eclipse comes, and there's no hope to be seen. Riku talks to Noah and tells him to draw Lucky 7, and that is the glimmer of hope that we're looking for. But he doesn't. He's too distracted by Mio. And here, we see Noah's final, desperate attempt to save her. He runs after Mio. His knuckles are still bloodied. He has bags under his eyes. N has utterly and ruthlessly broken his other self. We think that he can't fall any lower until we see that flute. The same flute which Noah has used to offsee hundreds of his friends. All of this happens while the offseeing tune is being played by a full orchestra. The music swells, and then we see the sight we've been so desperately trying to avoid. Mio, as she's being sent off. Again, this is so contradictory to everything we see in games. We're so used to heroic and bombastic set pieces where the heroes always win. We're so used to having agency and control over our characters. So for Monolith to have us sit down and watch as the character's hope fades from them and our hopes fade from us is exceptional. No. It's more than that. It is perfection. It is the embodiment of the hopeless, endless now, and is a masterclass in storytelling and disempowering the player. The funny thing is, this is only like halfway through this entire sequence. We still have all of the flashback weirdness at the start of Chapter 6, and another one of my favorite moments in the series, N's breakdown. We see the parallels between Noah and N's stories, and Noah even admits that he could easily fall into the same pitfall that N did. We don't often see antagonists lose it like N does here. A large part of that does come down to Harry McIntyre's performance as both Noah and N. In literally one quick moment, N goes from the arrogant, ruthless, cold, and calculating villain to a psychotic and unhinged maniac. Finally, after making us wait for so long, Monolith gives us that triumphant moment we've been waiting for, confirming that hope is in fact not dead. And now that we have our hope again, we also regain control of the characters. We have our fight with N and the Fate Queen, and continue with our journey to Origin. This is only a brief video on this specific part of the game. There are so many little details I could go into, but I'm sure that Luxon could do a better job of that and do a 10-hour deep dive into the placement of every little speck of dirt, because that's what he does. But really, this sequence is so damn good. I remember watching it, watching because, again, it's that long, with my roommate at the time. And even she got emotional over Mio's goodbye, despite having literally zero context as to what's going on. Of course, the game cuts to the save screen right at the end of Chapter 5, and I was an absolute mess. I think the only other time I've had to put a game down for a bit was in Metal Gear Solid 5 after the mission where there's an outbreak on Mother Base, and if you've played that game, you know what I mean. Regardless, Monolith always flexes their storytelling and cutscene muscles, but I don't think there are any other instances in the series that can really top this moment. 3 isn't my favorite in the series, at least I need to replay it before coming to a conclusion, but this scene is easily one of, if not the most memorable moment in the entire series. Thanks for watching.